Next week, the world's eyes turn to Paris, where a make or break climate change conference is due to start. But what is COP21? Today, we're in London's Trafalgar Square, where we're going to ask your average Londoner to see if they know what it is and what it's going to achieve. Any idea what's happening in Paris next week?
Not a great deal, no.
The big UN climate change conference. Have you heard about it in the press or anywhere else?
No, sorry.
What's happening in Paris next week?
Not to do with the climate change. The world leaders are meeting just to talk about the climate.
Do you have any idea what they're trying to, or what's going to come out of this meeting?
No, all I've read is about they're trying to get put something in law to commit to a certain reduction by 2020 because it's non-committal at the moment. Yeah. But that's just listening to what's on the news rather than anything else.
Okay. Do you know why 200 countries are meeting next week in Paris?
I know, yeah, they're going to try and sort out the climate change.
Do you think it's going to be successful? What have you seen over the years on these efforts?
I don't know. There's too much controversy about it. You pick up one newspaper, tells you one thing, another tells you another.
Do you have any idea why it's off the radar?
I would think it's pretty understandable that Paris has obviously had something more tragic happen, so nobody's probably thinking about anything other than that. And maybe people wouldn't think that there would be a point in having it at the moment, perhaps.
Do you know what's going on in Paris next week? Sometime in Trafalgar Square that only a few really have a grasp of what's going on in Paris. So we've come to Westminster, to the House of Parliament, to find out more. What's happening in Paris next week?
No, I don't.
There's a UN climate change conference taking place for 2 weeks. Do you have any idea what they might be doing?
I don't, but I think climate change is really important, so I'm really sad that I don't know about it.
I know very little. The only thing I've heard is that there isn't a hope in hell of getting them to sign up to it.
Do you know what's happening in Paris next week?
Yeah, it's a major climate change conference.
Okay, and do you know what they're trying to achieve in Paris?
Well, I think they're trying to achieve, targets to cut emissions. I can't remember what the target date is. I think maybe 2030. They're trying to agree on an amount by which all the countries involved will cut their greenhouse gas emissions.
Is it going to be enough to save the planet?
I don't know.